Hi guys, and welcome to the Ace Tanker for the Sturer Emil, or Sturer Emil. I never know how to pronounce that, so apologies if I get it wrong, and I'll probably still get it wrong in future videos or future streams, because I am a creature of habit, and when I start calling a tank by its name, I usually end up calling it by that name for a long time. It takes me a long time to figure out how to pronounce it correctly. Good start to the game. We are here on Erlenberg, and an enemy Jagdpanther has just drowned himself, so we're already winning 1-0. And I'm bottom tier. It is a tier 9 game. I'm at tier 7, platooned with Bringy and Nealon Travels, and I'm heading over to the 9-0 lines. And this is a tank I haven't played very much. In fact, it's one of the newest tanks in my garage. I don't think it's a very good tank, and I don't enjoy playing it particularly a lot, but it was in my garage for quite a while, and I don't think it's very good stock. I think the stock gun on it is terrible, and I think the final gun is way too expensive. It costs almost 60,000 free XP to unlock the final gun, and I had no intention of playing this tank with the stock gun, but I've got a very new crew. And because of the latest update 9.3, I ended up getting a whole pile of XP from the Chaffee. So I ended up getting almost 50,000 free XP left from the Chaffee, which I used gold to convert into free XP. And as a result, I was able to unlock the final gun on this tank without having to play it with the stock gun, which meant that I get to start playing this tank sooner rather than later, even though the crew isn't very good. So it's basically a large Dicker Max with great gun depression, but it's not very fast, it's not very maneuverable, and it doesn't have a lot of ammo. Now, I take a blind shot on the last known position of that Su-100 M1. No idea whether or not it went in. The shot looked to go very far to the left, but I have got a decent commander in it, so I do have 6th sense. The rest of the crew is not so good. And because you've only got 15 shots in the tank, you can't afford to be wasting shots like that. So it's obvious I did not hit the Su-100 M1, but I do hit him that time. Do 479 damage. Now the gun is very nice. 490 alpha damage, so that was a low roll. And I really don't want to be wasting shots, so gonna try and make sure as most of my shots count. Now I will say in advance, it is not a great game. That shot goes so high. Yes, the gun is definitely not behaving. So this is not a great game, but then again, this is a tank you can't really play aggressively. You kind of gotta hope that the enemy team come and basically come to you. You can't hunt them down in this tank. And if you try to play it aggressively, you usually end up failing. So I get a nice shot into that 110. A nice high roll of 522. And he's just sitting there. So just as I reload, he decides to fall back. I'm just wondering if he's going to poke again. Yes, he is. So again, 490 alpha damage and an incredibly low roll. 427. So he's still sitting there. I'm wondering if he's still there. So I go for another blind shot, and it looks as if it hit. So the enemy 110 is down to 128. Almost reloaded. And we take him out for kill number 1. But why? Why would you sit there and allow a Sturer to hit you 4 times? I have no idea. But anyway, we're up to 1500 damage. That's probably close to 2000 because of one of those shots being blind. But I'm down to 6 rounds of regular AP. So you can see that you cannot spam shots in this tank. You really need to make them count. And I know that there's an M103, an Su-100 M1, and some other tanks still up here. There's also an FCM-50T down to my right. Our Jagdpanther isn't very happy. I don't know why. So M103 has been spotted, and you can see how slow this tank is. So we're doing about 8 kilometers an hour up this slope. Now we may have really nice gun depression, but we don't have the engine power to get up here. 6 kilometers an hour. This really isn't a fun tank to play. At least I haven't had very much fun playing it. It does benefit, as I say, from passive play and hoping the enemy team come to you. It is very situational. So there's a VK3001D spotted in the distance. I've been spotted, but I aim, get another shot in. So he finally spots me, I take a shot, my gun's been damaged, I repair my gun. He's just going to sit there. Don't have much to aim at, but I take him out, and I'm trying to move into cover because enemy RT is still in play. But it looks like enemy RT is focused on the E75. Our 704 takes out the M103. So just a very low health SU in the distance, and I'm down to 4 shots of regular AP left. I probably should switch out 1 round of HE for another AP round. So SU is running for it. Hardly worth taking a shot, but I'll go for it anyway. So pre-aim, fire before being fully aimed, take him out, take a big hit from the Jagdtiger in exchange. SU-152 in the distance fires and misses. I should have dropped into stealth. He's been tracked. So I go for a shot. That looks good. Bringy takes him out. So that shot did go in. We've done some more blind damage there. Otherwise Bringy wouldn't have been able to one-hit kill him. RT's now being spotted. Jagdtiger takes out Bringy from the middle of the map. Excuse me. So it's still a lot closer than you would think. The score is 12-10, and other than RT, the 2 remaining enemy tanks are tier 9 TDs. 2 shots of AP left. The 704 is hunting down the Lorraine, takes him out. Just the Jagdtiger and the Foch left. So the Jagdtiger is in the open as long as I've got the speed, but this tank is not fast. If I can get around this corner, if I can aim, there we go. Snapshot before being fully aimed, take him out for kill number 4. Just 1 AP shell left, no idea where the Foch is, and now the Foch has appeared down to my left. So never going to have shots through the buildings. He's on the other side of the river. And again, this tank is never going to be quick enough to catch up. So our RT takes him out to secure the victory, and game is over. So it may not have been the most exciting of replays, but I have seen very few exciting replays in this Sturer Emil. It's not an exciting tank. As I say, you've got to play it passively, got to use its gun depression. The tank is just not fast enough or maneuverable enough to be able to have exciting games. But yeah, in some situations when the enemy team comes to you, you can have nice games. And that was fairly average in my opinion. But it was an ace tanker. I did pick up 1141 XP, 3426 damage, so 2 of my blind shots did go in. I fired 12, hit 10 and pen 10. So yeah, even though I was pretty accurate, I only had 1 AP shot left at the end. You really can't afford to miss shots in this tank. 3426 damage, 2 hits received and 2 penetrations. The tank is not very well armored. I damaged 5, destroyed 4, did 292 assistance damage and earned almost 27,000 credits with a premium account. 1711 XP on a ×3 event with a bonus thrown in left me just short of 6,000 XP with a premium account. So my first ace tanker in the Sturer Emil. It's a tank that plays very much like a traditional TD. The tank is just not flexible enough to play it any other way, and I hope I do get a couple more ace tankers before I'm done with it, but it's definitely not a tank I will be keeping. I hope you guys have more fun in your stirs than I am. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.